Derek.
I can be friends with you. You can't understand. Gotcha.
Timmy, let me ask you something. What comes to mind when I say the word sexuality?
Sex?
Okay, yeah, well, anything else? Alright, let's ask a few others. Larry.
Girls that happen to go wild.
Derek.
Oils.
Okay, Sam.
Being a man, like climbing a mountain, wrestling a bear. I'll get that bear in the...
You know, Sam's got something there, Timmy. Most people, guys especially, really only think of one or two things when it comes to sexuality. And I don't blame them, you know, but sexuality is a lot deeper than the way you feel when you're watching a dirty movie or the way you feel when you steal a glance down a girl's shirt when she's not looking.
Or while she's looking.
Yes, sure. Yeah, but my point is, Timmy, I want you to try and think of some ways to express yourself that God would be proud of.
I got nothing.
All right. Let's think harder. Timmy, God made you a male, so being a man, being fully alive in who you are as a man, it can be an expression of your sexuality. When do you feel most like a man?
Well, I know this isn't the right answer.
That's all right. I'm not looking for the right answer, just an honest one.
When I'm looking at my pinups.
Well, you know, yeah, it's true. Arousal's very exciting. You know, you feel alive. You're reminded of just how alive your body really is. But let me ask you something, Timmy. Are you ever able to look at your pinups and not feel lustful?
Well, what's lust?
Well, it's been described as an intense or obsessive desire, especially one that is sexual. When we become obsessed with something, it's more in control of us than we are of it. Have you ever felt out of control or obsessed when it comes to your pinups or even Janet?
Yeah.
That's lust. God doesn't want us to be enslaved by our sin like that. He gave us Jesus, who was victorious over sin. He knows how much of a struggle it is, you know, and he doesn't want us to feel shame and condemnation. He came for freedom, for man and woman to be fully alive. And he knows that a man obsessed is not fully living.
Well, what about when I feel adventurous, exhilarated, like when I went rafting or the first time I asked Janet out and held her hand?
Yeah, those can all be expressions of your sexuality. I'm going to talk to Janet, and I want you to try to think of more ways you can express yourself that God would be proud of. Okay?
Okay.
Hey, Janet, what comes to mind when I say the word sexuality?
I know.
What?
Virgin.
Really? Why?
Because that's why all my friends tease me. They all talk about sex and then get on me because Timmy and I still haven't done it.
Where have you gotten the impression that being a virgin, furthermore remaining a virgin until you're married, is a bad thing?
From everywhere. From everyone. Even my family doesn't believe in waiting that long. They think it's silly.
Do you mind me asking then why do you want to wait?
Because I feel closer to Timmy every time we kiss and every time we hug. I feel closer to him every single time we have a long talk or he makes me laugh. Having sex with someone is so personal and so intimate. That would bring us so much closer. And that would be great if we were going to be together forever. But if we're not together forever, then I feel that all that intimacy and all that deepness would be ripped out of me if we ever go our separate ways.
Well, don't you think you two might be together forever?
Maybe, but who knows? I know it seems like that now, but I have no idea what this life has for me, who God has for me. It might not be Timmy, and even if it is, waiting until we're married is what God has asked of us, and there's nothing like obeying him, because he has my best interests in mind.
It's really cool to hear you say all that, you know? I can tell you've thought a lot about it.
Well, I've had to defend myself a lot. Explain myself a lot.
Well, it's true. A lot of people do condone premarital sex. A lot of people think that promiscuous sex can be fun and casual, as impersonal as a handshake. You know, I won't name names, But a lot of our TV shows and films are no doubt partly responsible for the skewed view that many of us have on the emotional, physical, and spiritual effects that sex has on a person. That's why to get to the truth on the subject, you've got to go to the source. You know, the one who invented the act entirely, the one who designed us inside and out, God. He wants us to wait because he knows us better than we know ourselves. He knows who we're dating now and how much we love them. And he knows who might be waiting years down the line. He knows all the physical and emotional ways that two people are bonded when they experience something of such spiritual intensity. And he knows that it's best to experience that within a committed, godly union.
I'll have to remember that next time Jessica calls me old-fashioned.
Let's go see how Timmy's doing. Wow, Timmy, looks like you found quite a way to express yourself.
I loved painting it. Just going wild.
Well, you know, art can be a way of expressing the deepest parts of oneself. That's really good. Cool.
Sam helped.
Awesome. Right on. Okay. Why don't you come with me?
Okay.